Right, that's enough of that anyway. So we're here introducing episode 5 of Top Dogs FPL, and this is the final game week, the final couple of days we have until the game week starts on this Saturday coming on the 12th. Right, so let's see. So at the moment I have William Nestor here, part of the resident Top Dogs, and who else is here?
Vinny, how are you getting on? Aidan here.
Okay, I'm just admitting Jack. Jack Coyne is joining us today to share his Premier League Dream Team pre-finalisation, pre-draft before this Saturday coming. Jack is a special guest, under 21 Mayo footballer, captain as well from Ballyhaunis, our own town, the Harness, and he's been recently called up to the senior squad panel before the COVID hit in March. So this is phenomenal stuff. Jack Coyne, are you there?
Well, how's it going? I'm here, all right.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you here. You're following in the footsteps of Keith Higgins.
Pleasure.
Keep it up.
I don't know about that now. We'll see.
I know. Keep your head down and work hard.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us here, Jack. We'll be coming to all our pre-finalisation before Saturday. So I just want to clear up a couple of things. This is the Christy Nicholson pub in Ballyhaunis. This is the pub, the main league that we're all in here in Ballyhaunis and in the environments, Brickens, Cloonfa, Ballinlough, Gurthagany, the hinterland as well. That's where we come from. If you want to join my leagues, there's prize monies for first, second and third for the Nicholson Pub League and trophies. Basically, you need this code here. So just that code, PGP9NN. And for the Kirk Clapp, it's a bit different this year. Whoever is in the Kirk Clapp League, it's a memorial league to my late friend in America. Basically, if whoever finishes highest in the Kirk Clapp that didn't finish in the top 3 of the Christy Nicholson, they'll win like a fourth, like Arsene Wenger said, you win a trophy for 4th place. Well, that's what I'm trying to do with the Kirk Clapp League. So the WL89FR. And then finally, I have the King of the Travellers League, which is a knockout. Every week you come up against a rival team from that league. And just to give you the code for this one as well, coming up now. And there you go. So 0OQVON. So at the moment, who have we got? At the minute in the Christie? Here we go. Well, we've got over 25, but all these people are proper players. Keith Robinson, very good player. John Kelly. I got John Kelly back, guys, from Ireland, the Eastern Gale guy, the double winner, 2015-16. We've been talking over Messenger. He's in and he's so excited. We'll get to the Everton signing soon. Aidan Fitz is back again, came second last year. Duncan Hannon, 2018 top dog. David McNamara, great. Niall Richardson's in. Donal O'Brien, the Tipperary native Mayo hurler as well, Ballyonstown hurler. Obviously Williams in there. Christy Kilcourse, last year's winner. Aidan Phillips. We have Mark, Kevin, Richie. So we'll have more as the day as we get closer to the deadline. Okay, that's all I want to say, lads. So what do you want? So
Vinny, can I ask a question? Vinny, can I ask a question? Who are your favourites to win that? Who would be your top 3 favourites? Would it, not you, outside you?
Outside me, well, guys, I'm Mr. Consistent. I'm always honest, and if you come above me, normally you win because, yeah, seriously, that's the way it is. Just look through my stats. So without me in it, I would go for William Nestor is definitely a massive contender for the whole lot. Christy Kilcourse is going to give it a go, but I'm not so sure between work and college. I think I was talking to Aidan Fitzmaurice as well. He's avid again. He realised he's made a few mistakes. I think he's going to be massively strong again. And obviously yourself, Mark, and Aidan as well, and Joey Neenan. Have I got Joey Neenan in there at the minute? I'll have to. Yeah, I'll have to talk to Joey again. He's definitely going to enter the league anyway, but he hasn't done his team yet. He's told me he's still mulling and humming and hawing about, you know, this and that, and things are changing as we're speaking.
Yeah, I think Marky is in there. The fantasy guru, Mark Phillips. I think he's in there as well, Vinny.
Yeah, Mark.
He's just come into the chat.
Okay, I'll just let him in then.
Hello all. Yes, I've just arrived here. Hello. Nice to be in.
Thanks, Mark. Well, I'm going to put yourself and Aidan as favourites top three, but for me personally, William Nestor and one of the two and Aidan Fitz. John Kelly's going to be interesting. If Everton go crazy, he's going to be killing us. He don't pick any Liverpool players.
I mean, it's between one of the top dogs, really, Vince, isn't it? There's over 20 in the league, but it's between one of us.
Well,
yeah, it's not going to be anything outside us, really.
Can I just come in there, guys? I'm flattered to be mentioned in such high regard there amongst FPL royalty, really. And can I also just say that during the week I got wind of a Mayo GA star joining us here tonight. And I got really excited about it. I also heard that it, really is Ballyhaunis Town's favourite son. So I was so excited of seeing Keith Higgins here tonight. So you can imagine my dismay that Jack is here with us tonight. But I just I just have a quick question. I just have a quick question for Jack.
Yeah, fire ahead.
I also heard, I don't know, we do our homework very well here in FPL Top Dog Tower, And I heard that when you first joined fantasy football, your first team name was Jack Attack. Is that correct?
I'm not going to confirm or deny that now, but I'll leave that for the viewers to decide on that one now.
Yeah.
Jack, will you be entering in these leagues as well when you get a chance?
Yeah, I must do, yeah. I'll get the codes off Mr. Luigi Healy and he'll send them on to me.
Hey, Jack,
do you have your team picked?
I do, but I don't know, should I reveal it here now? But I might give you a taste of a few of them anyway.
Well, you can just...
there's a lot of...
Yeah, you can just verbally give a few names.
Yeah,
you just
I don't think Vinny's going to give much away either, Jack, to be honest. You and Vinny are
I've heard that. Yes, I've heard that.
Vinny,
I thought he'd unveil his team, but I just can't see it.
I am unveiling my team. Everybody is. I have so I've got Aidan Fitzmaurice's pre-team, Park, Rowan's pre-team, and I also have Duncan Hannon's pre-team. I was trying to get hold of Joey Neenan, but yeah, people want to be private. We have to respect that. So let's get on to the first. Hey, Jack, before we go, listen, you can pass on the codes to any of the Mayo stars as you're meeting. One more thing before we go. How is training and how is the COVID environment and how is fitness levels?
Good now. We've been back with the clubs now. I'm trying to get to the levels to see the two Phillips guys. They worked really hard throughout lockdown. So the likes of Aidan Phillips there, he's just at the club, he's leading out the fitness tests and everything he does. So, it's when you look at the club guys, they're kind of just as fit, so yeah. Trying to get up to some of these guys' level is the main thing.
Just a quick one there, Vinny. Can I come in? Jack, what's it like living in the shadow of Ballyhaunis's greatest ever defender, Mayo's greatest ever defender?
Who's that? Shane Healy, is it?
Good.
Is that it, Willie?
Yeah, that's it, exactly, yeah. You can't live with Luigi.
Perfect.
We literally live in the shadow of Luigi because when the sun is over there, we're actually in his shadow.
No, I would regard Shane Healy as the face of Ballyhaunis, really. Well, we should call him Luigi.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
He's the face.
Yeah.
In the A-team.
Vinny, can we do a couple of team reveals?
Can we just do the transfers? We'll get them over and done with and see where we are before we go revealing. Okay, boys. This is basically Newcastle have got some amazing signings. But basically FPL royalty, as they're saying, in Callum Wilson and Ryan Fraser is phenomenal. And also Newcastle they've got in Mark Lesby as a backup keeper, and also Jamal Lewis from Norwich for 15 million. They've given them all 5-year deals as well. This is great business. So I'm going to be watching Newcastle like a hawk. Also, what else have we got up here? Ollie
Just
Watkins.
there, Vinny, on Newcastle.
Yeah.
Can I come in there?
Yeah, go on.
Newcastle, they signed Ryan Fraser there, a left winger, and a striker, isn't it, Wilson?
Yeah,
So I think a lot
Callum
of
Wilson
guys
from Bournemouth, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of guys have San Maxime in their team, and they're kind of his two positions, I think. So that could really hurt his potential.
Sam Maxime is left midfield. Jamal Lewis is going to be a left back. So the two of them I think will work well together. I don't think Maxime.
Fraser there too is a left mid, isn't he? So I think it might hurt. He might hurt Sam Maxime's potential.
Possibly, but then again, it's a bit like Doherty and Aurier. You need to have a massive squad. I'll show you a clip of Spurs' schedule. We got games back on games every 3 games. It's going to be insane this year. This year you're going to have to back a team that you know they're going to play in the Premier League, because it's going to be the Carabao Cup, the Europa qualifying, and whatever Champions League and palaver there is. So you need to have teams. I'm going to reveal my team, and I like the look of Southampton, who aren't in Europe, Wolves, and any team that's not kind of in Europe that will give it a go. Leicester maybe, but
yeah, I know. William is predicting 2 Spurs clean sheets straight away. So what's his thoughts on that? I don't know, especially with the Everton signings.
I'd have liked to have seen Spurs sign another centre half. As regards the Everton signings, not overly impressed. It's the same old story of those mid-table clubs firing mid-range money at mid-range players, and they're not going to be FPL big hitters. But Rodriguez is the only one who might be, but I doubt it.
Yeah, can I come in
He's
there?
a huge
Willie?
gamble from the get-go, isn't he?
Yeah. What I want to say about Everton that I noticed is that Elan is from Napoli, and that's where Ancelotti was at. So that's a former guy. This guy's, as William said, is like a hatchet guy. He's a 50-50 ball winner. He won't get you many goals, but he'll control a game for you. This guy is quality, but FPL points, William will say, nah. Also, Rodriguez, he's played 15 games all of last season, 8 in La Liga, 1 goal, 1 assist. Apart from when he was at maybe Bayern Munich before, he was with Ancelotti. So there's a pattern here. He's getting in his boys. I'll come on to that later on. And this is the other, Decore. Now, this guy's quality. Pop up with a knock goal, scored maybe 4 goals, 5 goals a season. Again, he's a bit of an enforcer, box to box. So Abdoulaye Decore is a terrific signing. They've done good business, but it's mainly to stop Everton from conceding, breaking balls up. They're going to be harder to beat this year, and now they have a bit of quality going forward with Juame's left foot.
Yeah. He's not an option really, Decore, is he, like, for FPL? He's kind of, you're never going to pick him, are you?
Again, he's a bit like Elan, but he's going to control games for Everton. You're going to see Everton with a lot more possession this season. That can feed for Richarlison. And Hernandez doesn't have the biggest pace in the world. I think he needs to get fit as well. He might hit the ground running, but I don't know, can he keep it going? He's not played game time. But Everton are going to be hard to beat, and I think Ancelotti's going to do something. He got Coleman and Digna and Keane at the back, Pickford. There's the team there. Okay, anything else you want to say about Everton, boys?
They're shit.
Okay, language moderation there. Now, I want to talk to Jack about this. I want to get your or any of you boys' opinions about Phil Foden and Mason Greenwood. I was going to have probably these two in my team. I'm not too sure now. I need to see how they lie, but they've done the Iceland job.
Reminds me, Vinny, of a story of the Mayo team going away there earlier this year, and our own Jack Coyne actually getting caught up in a similar controversy.
Well,
I'll let him
That is
take it
false.
away.
I'd like to just put that out there now. Nothing like that has ever happened now.
Have you any
But yeah,
pictures?
it's crazy.
Have you any
Those
pictures
guys
of the
don't,
women
you know.
that they met? No.
yeah, they're online. So basically, they had to stay in Iceland, and they done themselves a favor by getting out of that Denmark game on Tuesday. That was the most boring game, 0-0. I fell asleep watching it. So
Yeah, 3 days was brilliant.
Jack, you go away on the Mayo Senior team, and you have to show a lot of discipline and a lot of commitment
That's
and
it,
a lot of endeavour. And if you were in their position, Greenwood and Foden, wouldn't you like to think that you wouldn't be just in Iceland for the women?
Ah, no, look at when you're in that environment, you should be fully concentrated on the job at hand. I don't think they have held themselves in high esteem at all. They've let themselves down big time.
Well, they're a similar age to most of you guys anyway. So
they'd be Aidan Phillips'
20,
age around. Yeah.
18. Okay, so what else have we got here? We've more or less discussed. Yeah, I just want to mention Ollie Burke may be interesting as well. And Nottingham Forest Academy player. Went to Celtic, and he's Alclave, and also it was at Leipzig. So he's an interesting guy you can get for 4.5 million in the midfield if you want to make way. He's really interesting. I saw clips of him down the left wing. He's like a Robbie Brady type that bullies in and gets across away and breaks down that left. So he could be an option. And Callum Robinson from Sheffield's gone the other way to West Brom. And also, I want to mention Grady Diagama from West Ham. He's gone to West Brom from West Ham. West Ham have gone berserk. They got no signings in. They get great money, but he was at West Brom for most of last season. Had an amazing season there. He's gone back, but
but West Ham bought a load of players last season. They bought Lanzini and Haller. These guys didn't kick off at all. They didn't. Lanzini is a deadly player, and he got injured early on in the season. I had him in my team early on, and I watched him in a few games, scored a goal or two and a couple of assists, and then he got hurt. And I think he was going to have a very good season. I'd watch out for him.
Yeah, Felipe
Yeah.
Anderson. Also, he had a storming season there. Was it at the start of last season, I think? But he just disappeared altogether.
Well, the season before, I think, as well, he did have a good season, but he tailed off a lot last season. Look, they're going to have to make do with what they got. They got Cresswell at the back, interesting. Diop or Fabianski. I don't know. I'll reveal my team, but Antonio still might be okay for a couple of games. Let's see how it goes. They might win the first 5. Who knows? And they'll be. Okay, guys, that concludes the roundup. Just before I go, I want to mention the Spurs list, just to give you an idea of the craziness of the games and the possibility. Look, the 17th of September, Europa League, 19th of 2 days later, the Premier League, the Carabao Cup third round, 4 days later. And if they qualify for the third round of the qualifier, it's the day after they've got to play this. Then it's 2 days later, Newcastle, and 4 days at Carabao 4. How, you're right, William. The guys, one of you mentioned, Doherty's going to be rotated, fact. And they're going to need Rose. And they're going to need Sanchez. Now, Toby Alderweireld's still there, but Vertonghen's gone. That's a loss. So you need a big squad. That's all I wanted to mention there. Any thoughts? No.
I think looking at that, if that's definite, I don't know how definite those fixtures are, the dates, but if that's that way, that's putting me off Spurs players big time now.
Yeah.
I'm getting rid of Doherty, to be honest. I'm not going to have Doherty to start with.
I was thinking that because they're going to play in Bulgaria, Plovdiv, Lokomotiv Plovdiv from Bulgaria, and they fancy themselves to do a job on Spurs. Believe it or not, their chairman's been kicking off waves. So if they get through that, it's a nightmare. So anyway, we need to
Vinny,
keep an eye on them.
One thing I'd like to note is Mark Phillips made the transfer of the season last year. He brought in Antonio the night before he scored the 4 goals.
Oh wow!
So
Wow.
we have to listen to what he said about his team reveal today, because he has just, I mean, the guy can do anything.
Yeah, guys, I've really stepped it up on my research now the last couple of weeks and months, and you know, it's been no different in picking my team for this season. So all I'll say is watch out.
Yeah.
Will we do the reveals?
Yeah, we'll go on to that now. We've got all that transfer talk done. It just gives you. Also, this guy has come in as well to Villa. He looks like he could do something as well for Villa. What's his name again? I get it up just to declare. Yeah. Anyway, forget it. Let's go to our team reveals then anyway. Right, who wants to go first now? Let's pick. We'll just go this way. Adrian team. Phillipsy. Aidan Phillips. We'll pull up your team.
Lovely.
Just have to wait for this computer. Sorry, everybody.
It's almost as slow as William's Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I was just in a bad spot that night, guys. I was sitting in a corner.
It was horrible, William.
Yeah, well, it wasn't as bad as your audio the last night.
Yeah, that was really bad, yeah. Now, drum roll, guys.
Yeah, ta-da! So, explain your way through this now, Aidan, please.
Oh my God.
So I've made a little change already. I sold Ryan because I think Brighton are in big trouble for Leno. I think Leno's going to start for Arsenal. So that's just a little change, and I'm going to put him in goal for Fulham because I had 0.5 in the bank. But anyway, so I went for Trent, Egan, Vinagre. Not sure if he'll start, but I'm going to take a chance on him. And Walker Peters. Southampton are going well pre-season. I think there is possibly 3 clean sheets there if Vinagre starts. I've gone for Son, Mane, Aubameyang, St. Maximin, and Havertz. I've taken a gamble with Havertz. I'm going to just test him out. I think he'll start, and I'm going to give him a chance just for the crack. I think he'll do well. And also, I have midfielders there that they're expensive, so that it might only take 1 free transfer to get United and City guys in, if you get what I mean. So if I had three strikers worth, would say 6, 7, and 8 million, I'd be caught in midfield. I'd have to make 2 transfers to make them. So I've left the midfielders expensive bar St. Maximin, so they can be direct swaps for maybe De Bruyne. I'm going to get Sterling in for either Aubameyang or Mane, and I've left Jimenez up front. He's on Penos. He's a proven man. Everyone has Werner. I'm going to stick with Jimmy and see how it goes.
Yeah, you're very midfield centric there now. So if something goes wrong with any of them, you could be open. Like, I don't want to wish any wrong. But Mane and Salah, which one do you get? Which one will fire first?
Yeah, well, I've been looking at
Mane's got Mane's got a lower percentage ownership than Salah, so that could be a differential already.
Yeah, Mane seems to be the man in pre-season. I don't know. William might know this. He's more of a Liverpool fan. Will Salah hit Penos, or what's the attraction with Salah?
Why wouldn't he hit the penalties?
Does Henderson not, or what's the story there last year? It was Salah towards the end of the season.
Salah always takes them.
Yeah, I might swap to Salah for that, just for that reason. That's the penalty thing. Like,
I just wanted to let you know about Havertz. He really linked up very well with Timo Werner in pre-season. So I just wanted to get that pronunciation right.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Jack?
That's me.
Jack, do you want to come in there and see what you think there? Jack?
Yeah, I think it's really impressive team there that Adrian's went with. I think the Mane Salah debate is the big one there. Like, who fires first, as you were saying.
Yeah.
Mane has been going well in pre-season, but as in Salah, I think he just could have a better eye for goal, and it could come down to those fine margins like penalty takers.
You're
So
right,
I'd be going with Salah if I was Adrian, but each their own.
Yeah, like that could be a 15-point swing, like depending on the match. Do you know that this is the Salah Mane?
That's
Yeah,
right,
and I also want to point out, boys, last season was a joke for bonus points for Salah. He was being robbed everywhere. He scored 2 goals and assist, right? And if TAA scored a goal or kept a clean sheet, he's losing. So,
Vinny, me and you have had the conversation about the bogus bonus point system, haven't we?
Oh, that's another episode.
Yeah, episode 6.
Yeah, we can talk about that. We'll be moaning about that next week. Okay, so anyone else want to say anything about Aidan's team?
No, I'd like to have a look at the rest of the teams now. We'll go Willie's or someone, or yours, Vinny.
Well, I'll just do. I don't know who that is. I need to see the names when I come up. Okay, so Aidan's ghost team.
No, we'll go with guys are here, will we?
Yeah, well, Aidan's a big player. I think he could have a massive. Right, this is well, I've clicked onto Aidan's now. Anyway, so this is what he's done. It's subject to change. He came second last year. So this is what he's gone on, guys. Doherty, Walker, TAA, Robinson. He's hitting the Liverpool there, isn't he?
Yeah, nice.
That's very, very good. That's very good. It's better than Adrian's team now.
You think so? There's more balance?
Oh, yeah, it's very balanced, yeah.
Yeah, he's covering a lot of angles there, isn't he? And he's got Greenwood on the bench as well. Just in case.
He has every angle covered. He's 2 playing goalkeepers. He has all playing defenders, bar maybe Doherty will be rotated. He has 4. Okay, he probably in week 1 he only has 3 starters in midfield, but Greenwood definitely comes into it, and 2 strikers who definitely start. The more I look at Mitrovic, the more I want to get him, because he's going to start every game up top on his own for
Premier League. Yeah. And he won't be in Europa League thing. That's why I was looking at myself. What teams have a less congestion? So that's going to change. But so initial thoughts, Jack or Mark or Aidan, do you want to come in and say something?
Yeah, the Mitrovic is a good point by Willie. He's also a guy who's knocking around my team. Don't think Fulham have too many options, so he's going to be playing and he's going to chip in with the goal every now and then. So if you're looking at points, he's a good guy to have in your team, I think. I
just worry about Werner because of William was saying he might come off after 70 minutes, and still he's still a new signing in a way. So I just want to see, because Chelsea have Liverpool in their second game week, so I want to see how Chelsea and their guys play by game week 3, and then we'll know more, and we'll see if we're desperate to throw the wild card at. So we'll go on there. Aubameyang is a must anyway. So let's go to Mark's team. A resident top dog. Mark, really unlucky last season. If it went on another few weeks, you would have probably goosed us anyway, I think. Right, this is Mark Phillips.
Yeah, Vinny, I think I was chasing shadows last season. I was never going to catch you fantasy gurus up top, but maybe this season we'll see.
Yeah.
So in goal I have 2 playing keepers there. Hopefully I have the Leeds keeper and Southampton. At the back I've gone for Trent and 4 cheap defenders: Finagra, Justin, Walker Peters, and Taylor for Burnley, who'll play after the first week.
Yeah.
Midfield then I've really loaded up. I think I've gone for Aubameyang, captain Salah, Souček, and Pulisic, who I really like for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I see a lot of the new signings getting attention, but I think he's going to be their top performer this year, to be honest. Striker, then I have Vardy and Ings, both of who did well last year. And I have the view of bringing Aguero in maybe after a couple of weeks. So Vardy will probably make away there. They're similar price.
So you've got a bit of flexibility there. And what about maybe playing a wild card or a free hit for game week 2? Does this team kind of still give you that option?
Yeah. To be honest, I don't like to plan for a wild card. I like to pick the best team available. So if I have to, I will. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, the transfer window closes on Monday, the 5th of October, right? So a lot of people want to hold their wild card until they know when all the transfers have been done. Anyone want to say anything else on that? Because we've got to move on. We've just 10 minutes left. I think, yeah. Go on.
It can't be faulted.
Okay, no problem. Right, let's go to, well, might as well go to my team anyway, get it over and done with. What have I done?
This is the big one.
Yeah, I changed it last minute again as well. I took Vardy out of the team and I put in, I'll show you what I did because I'm wearing my Dele Alli hat. I'm putting my hat on, so
Brilliant.
I took Vardy. I took Vardy out of the team, and I put an Ali and Antonio in there. So I'm just gonna go with it. I like Ali because of his ownership's less than 3%, and 46% of all Spurs goals under Mourinho since November last year has been down to Ali. So I think he's going to play higher up and give him more free reign, and hopefully Hallberg will do a lot of tracking in behind him and making sure he don't get caught. But Aubameyang is basically straightforward. It's just it's a no-brainer, really, you know. And he could be captain as well against West Ham the following week. I like Saka. He gets forward a lot. I know William's a big fan of him. Antonio's got 2 good game weeks to come. We'll see where he is after that. I love Danny Ings, and I love him in it. I was agonizing over them. I had Vardy, but these two are Premier League gold. I know there's a case for the other Ched Adams. You know, he's 6 million, but you know he's like the best you can get without Harry Kane. You know, otherwise you get Harry Kane. I like the 2 Liverpool defenders. Van Dijk has got me out of trouble so much last season. He scored a goal at the last game week of last season against Newcastle. So McCarthy and a keeper. I got a nice bench there. Dallas gets up and down the wing. They reckon Dallas could be the next Lundstrom because of that similar type of wing position. I like Sand and Walker. So, any thoughts, boys?
Very, very strong 15. Well-rounded squad. I'm just conscious of the time. We want to get to Jacko. There's only 5 minutes left. So if you want to just throw up my team, I'll just briefly go through it and then jump on to Jack there.
Yeah, Vinny, I like that team. I don't know, will Saliba or Saka start? Both may not start. But
yeah, Saliba looks like he will start. That's why I put him in, because apparently David Luiz has picked up a neck injury. This is recent news, just tonight. So I'm going to take a chance on the young guy. 4.5 mil. Right, William,
talk to it.
Really, really quick. That's my team. That's not my final team. Adams isn't going to stay in it because Southampton have just bought another striker as well. Sessegnon I'd be taking a risk with. But that's a team with 3 million in the bank. And I intend on keeping 2.5 or 3 million to start with, because someone is going to bang in game week 1 and 2 that we've either never heard of or nobody has in their team. And I want to make sure I bring my 4.5 rubbish midfielder up to that 6-7 million euro midfielder. So that's my plan for now. But
so you're going to go without Aubameyang, and also you're not thinking about a wild card or a free hit in game week 2.
No, Aubameyang will blank in game week 1, and Liverpool are going to beat Leeds 5 or 6-0. Trent scoring a free kick and 2 assists.
Well, Bielsa will have something to say about that, I think. So yeah, I like it. And Trent he takes all the dead ball situations. Burner, And Adams, yeah, William, I like it. So let's go on to Shane Healy's team, quick. Who else have we got there too? We got Aidan, Mark, myself,
Your
Will.
special guest there, Jack.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jack, would you go through
look
your Jack verbally?
we got.
Yeah, I'll shout it out quick, will I?
Yeah,
Go on, shout it out.
Okay, so I'm going. Listen, it's nearly finalised, not 100%, but I'll give it to you now. So it's a 4-4-2 formation. We've Allison in net. Look, he's a great keeper. You know why he's in there.
Ooh.
Then the back four are Trent, Van Dijk, Egan, and Doherty. But after listening to Willie about Doherty there, it's kind of my head is kind of getting turned. So in the middle, I have Aubameyang, Son, Grealish, and Greenwood. Again, that's not final. And up front, I have Werner and Mitrovic as of now.
Wow.
I'm loving the
Yeah,
Allison in
with-
goal. I'm loving Allison in goal. That's ballsy. How much is he?
Look at, I'm back. Is he 6.5? I think.
Triple
Yeah,
double
he
Liverpool
could be-
defence.
he could be- Yeah.
First game week, you want to get points on, and they're going to have a big win over Leeds. I see it happening. So
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
So can
set
you
the
just
mood
go
off
through
for the year.
Jack? Can you go through the midfield again for me and the strike?
Yeah, so in the middle, I have Aubameyang, Son, Grealish, and Greenwood, and then up top is Werner and Mitrovic.
Okay, so you got a lot of money in the bank then.
Yeah, look, I've went for it.
And who would you want to get in? The thing is, it looks like City will probably have a more difficult game week 2 against Wolves, isn't it? Wolves away.
Yeah,
So maybe to have United guys on the bench because their game week 2 and 3 is a lot easier, more than City's probably. The City's probably what you need by game week 3. So Werner and Mitrovic, so that's a very strong team, and you got plenty of money going. So thanks for sharing us that, Jack,
No
and
bother.
thanks for coming around for tonight's banter. And just before we go, let's
pleasure is mine.
talk about Shane Healy's. This one here, Aubameyang, Captain Son. That's not. Oh, no.
That's yours, Willie, or Vinny.
No, that's not it.
No, whose team is that?
No, that was my team before.
Yeah, Shane Healy's is definitely worth a mention.
No, I don't. It's
That's it,
somewhere. It's somewhere anyway. I don't think I have.
That's it. You were on it there. That was it.
We've only a minute left anyway.
Yeah. So
He has 2 Liverpool defenders, and he has Doherty, I think.
no, I don't think that was. I think that was my former team. Yeah, that was the team I had before, I think. And Greece, yeah, that was. Yeah, never mind. I've lost his team somewhere. Anyway.
Great episode, guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy the football, lads.
We did the best, lads, and I want to wish you all the best of luck now for the game coming, guys. I'm sure it's going to be
We'll
all
talk about
swings
game
and
week 1
roundabouts.
next week.
What?
We'll talk about game week 1 next week and where it all fell apart.
Yeah, we won't have so much transfer stuff and all that. Just more talk about, reaction basically. And thanks for coming, lads. And hopefully that's given a lot of people pointers. And Jack, thanks for coming around and keep in touch.
No bother. Thanks for having me, guys.
Any shout outs? Any shout outs to any followers out there?
There's a young guy in Doctors Road, Luigi's younger brother, Dara. I know he's a big fan of your work, so he could be a potential